Hey everyone, John here, and the Epic and Apple saga does not end, but Epic have an ally, Microsoft. Microsoft are not standing for Unreal Engine no longer being supported on iOS, and Phil Spencer tweeted the following. Today, we filed a statement in support of Epic's request to keep access to the Apple SDK for its Unreal Engine. Ensuring that Apple has access to the latest Apple technology is the right thing for game developers and gamers. Now, the entire statement is very long, so I'm not going to read the entire thing, but let's focus on a couple of paragraphs. Epic's Unreal Engine is one of the most popular third-party game engines available to game creators, and in Microsoft's view, there are very few other options available for creators to license with as many features and as much functionality as Unreal Engine across multiple platforms, including iOS. Microsoft has an enterprise-wide, multi-year Unreal Engine license agreement and has invested significant resources and engineer time working with and customizing Unreal Engine for its own games on PC, Xbox consoles, and mobile devices. Denying Epic access to Apple's SDK and other development tools will prevent Epic from supporting Unreal Engine on iOS and macOS, and will place Unreal Engine and those game creators that have built, are building, and may build games on a substantial disadvantage. Developing a game using different game engines for different platforms may be prohibitively expensive and difficult. In any event, it is not as cost-effective as using game engines that support different platforms. If Unreal Engine cannot support games for iOS and macOS, Microsoft will be required to choose between abandoning its customers and potential customers on the iOS and macOS platforms, or choosing a different game engine when preparing to develop new games. Even uncertainty about the Unreal Engine's ability to continue supporting iOS and macOS will make it less likely for Microsoft, and I believe other game creators, to select Unreal Engine for their projects. When game creators are planning development projects which can last for years, it is important to have confidence that the chosen engine will continue to be available on and support all platforms on which the game creators plan to distribute their games. Apple's removal of Unreal Engine's ability to develop updates and improvements for iOS and macOS could also harm already launched iOS and macOS games. If the game engine can no longer develop updates that take advantage of new iOS and macOS features, fix software bugs, or patch security flaws, this will harm games that have already launched on iOS and macOS, and in turn, harm gamers. In addition, this situation can bifurcate a game's player base, such that gamers on iOS and macOS cannot play or communicate with friends and family on other platforms. So this makes it very clear Microsoft's stance, not just for them, but game developers as a whole. This decision harms so many of them. And given that Microsoft heavily uses this engine for games like Gears of War and other projects, those games just wouldn't be able to go to Mac or iOS. So what do you guys think about Microsoft's stance, and where do you lie in the entire situation? Let us know in the comments below, and of course be sure to subscribe to GameXplain for a lot more on Microsoft, Epic, and Apple, and other things gaming too. Until next time, bye!